Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Tonight I've got something really special for you. A long, slow-burning, spine-chilling story that's guaranteed to make you think twice about exploring unfamiliar places. So, turn off the lights, get comfortable, and prepare yourself. This one's called The Forgotten Asylum. A few years ago, back when I was still in college, my friends and I went through a phase of exploring abandoned places. You know the type. Crumbling buildings, graffiti-covered walls, and shattered windows. It was late October when we heard about it. An old mental asylum on the outskirts of our town. The place had been shut down for decades after a fire supposedly claimed several lives. People whispered about it, saying strange things still happened there. But my best friend, Liam, laughed at those stories. Ghosts? Come on, he'd say. We've got to check it out. So, one crisp Friday night, a group of us, me, Liam, Emma, and Alex, piled into Alex's beat-up old Jeep and made our way there. We drove through winding, forested roads under a heavy moonlit sky, the kind of night where the trees look like skeletal hands reaching for the stars. After what felt like an eternity, we arrived. The asylum loomed before us, a massive, crumbling structure, with ivy creeping up the brick like veins. The front doors were chained shut, but we found a broken window around the side, wide enough for us to crawl through. Our flashlights cut through the darkness, illuminating dusty hallways lined with rusted wheelchairs and peeling paint. "Are we really doing this?" Emma whispered, hugging herself against the cold. Her breath hung in the air like a ghost. Liam grinned. "Come on, where's your sense of adventure?" We pressed on, our footsteps echoing off the empty walls. Every creak and groan of the building set me on edge, but I kept telling myself it was just an old, decaying structure settling into the night. Nothing more. At least, that's what I hoped. The first couple of rooms we explored were typical abandoned building fare. Old beds with stained mattresses, broken medical equipment, and patient files scattered across the floor. But as we moved deeper, the atmosphere shifted. The air grew heavier, colder, the kind of cold that clings to your bones. Emma shivered, rubbing her arms. "Guys," she said, "doesn't it feel wrong in here?" Liam rolled his eyes. "It's just an old building, Emma. Relax." But even Alex, who rarely got spooked, looked uneasy. "Let's stick together," he suggested, his voice lower than usual. We moved into what had once been the common area. A large room with shattered windows that allowed moonlight to pool in irregular shapes on the dusty floor. In the middle of the room stood an old, toppled piano. Half the keys were missing, and the others were yellowed with age. "Bet it still plays," Liam joked, walking over and pressing a key. The sound it made was a low, discordant groan that sent shivers down my spine. He was about to hit another key when we heard it, a rustling sound coming from the hallway we'd just come down. "Did you hear that?" Emma hissed. We all froze, listening. The sound came again, like someone, or something, shuffling across the cracked tile. Liam raised his flashlight, pointing it down the hall. The beam cut through the darkness, but there was nothing there. "It's just the wind," he said. I wasn't convinced, but we pressed on. We made our way down another corridor, lined with patient rooms. The doors hung from their hinges like broken jaws, swaying gently in the darkness. But one door was different. It was completely shut. And then Alex the brave, or maybe foolish, decided he wanted to open it. We all held our breath as he reached for the handle. Echoing creak, he pushed it open. The room was mostly empty, except for a single hospital bed in the center. But here's the weird part. The bed was pristine. No dust, no grime. It was neatly made, as if someone had just prepared it for a new patient. On the pillow, there was something small and black. Emma stepped forward, squinting. "It's a feather," she said, her voice shaking. "A crow's feather." Liam laughed. okay? Someone's messing with us. Maybe another group of explorers? But who would bother to clean up a room and leave a feather as a prank? We backed out slowly, and I swear I felt eyes watching us. The kind of eyes you can't see, but you know are there. The deeper we ventured, the stranger things became. We found old journals in one of the doctor's offices, detailing unusual experiments. One entry read, attempting to cure madness with complete sensory deprivation. The scribbles became frantic toward the end. They are not alone. Shadows whisper secrets. They watch from the walls. Emma slammed the book shut, her hands trembling. "We need to leave," she whispered. But Liam wouldn't budge. "We've come this far. Let's check out the basement." We argued, but curiosity got the better of us, and we made our way to the stairwell. The basement was where the asylum had kept the most difficult patients, according to the blueprints Alex had found online. The air grew colder with every step, and our flashlights seemed to dim as we descended. The basement was a labyrinth of cells, each with thick metal bars, rusted from decades of neglect. In one of the cells, something caught my eye. I moved closer, my flashlight illuminating a small doll sitting upright against the wall. Its porcelain face was cracked, and one of its eyes had fallen out. "Who leaves a doll like that down here?" I whispered. "No one who's still around," Alex muttered. That's when we heard the laughter, soft, childlike, and echoing down the hall. We all froze, hearts pounding. The laughter grew louder, more manic, as if it were coming from everywhere at once. Emma started crying, and I could feel panic closing in on me. We turned to run, but the way we came had vanished. I mean, seriously, vanished. The hallway we'd just walked down was gone, replaced by solid concrete walls. Our flashlights flickered, and the laughter turned into whispers surrounding us. "You shouldn't be here," the voices chanted, overlapping and circling us. "Leave while you still can." I felt something cold brush my arm. Alex was banging on the walls, desperately trying to find a way out, and Liam was yelling, his voice cracking with fear. That's when we heard the footsteps, slow, heavy, and dragging, like someone was limping toward us. The footsteps got louder, and a shadow appeared at the end of the hall. It was tall, impossibly tall, with long, distorted limbs. Its head was tilted, and I swear it didn't have a face. Just empty darkness where features should have been. We bolted. I grabbed Emma's hands, and we ran down the only hallway still open to us. Our flashlights were sputtering, barely illuminating the way, but we didn't stop. The whispers grew louder, angrier, and the air felt like ice. Finally, we stumbled into what must have been the old operating theater, the metal gurneys still stained with something dark. The doors behind us slammed shut, and we were trapped. The whispering stopped, replaced by a deep, bone-chilling silence. We stood there, panting and terrified, when Liam's flashlight fell to the floor, the bulb shattering. That's when a voice spoke, clear as day. It was a woman's voice, soft and eerily calm. "Why did you come?" it asked. We never left. The room grew darker, and I could feel something pressing down on us like an invisible weight. Emma screamed, and that seemed to break whatever spell we were under. Alex found an emergency exit, and we all ran for it, bursting out into the freezing night air. We didn't stop running until we reached the jeep. We never spoke about it, what happened that night. Liam refuses to talk about it, and Emma dropped out of school a few weeks later. As for me, I still hear the whispers sometimes late at night, when everything is still. A reminder that some places are better left forgotten. Thanks for sticking around, everyone. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more bone-chilling tales. And remember, curiosity might lead to some fun adventures, but sometimes it opens doors that should have stayed locked. Stay safe out there.